Hello everyone, my name is Artem Medvedev and you're listening to News and Views on Leduc Radio. I'd like to start with some thought-provoking numbers. There's an interesting article about Canada's billionaires on rabble.ca. The author of the article is Jim Stanford, and he looks at 61 billionaires in Canada as opposed to regular Canadians in terms of their personal net worth. So these 61 people own 6% of all personal net worth in Canada. As comparison, the bottom 50% of Canadians own 3% of all personal wealth in Canada. The 61 individuals own twice as much wealth as the bottom 17 million Canadians. In 2010, the average billionaire wealth grew by 8.4%. The average earnings in Canada grew by just 2.5%. In the end, when we look at how much wealthier the billionaires in Canada became last year, the average figure is about $100 million in 1 year increase, as compared to $524 for the average Canadian. $100 million, $524. This is the thought-provoking number for you for this week. In terms of different income levels and different levels of social support and security in Canada, there's news from Parliament this week that the NDP has tabled the Pension Protection Act, which is meant to help pensioners get money in the event of bankruptcy or restructuring in their company. Right now, the system is such that if a company goes down, first the Crown, then the banks and the other investors get the money. Then whatever is left is divided among the pensioners. Therefore, their pension in the end may be much less than they had hoped for. This bill, the Pension Protection Act, was tabled by the official opposition pension critic Wayne Marston. Among news of how money is spent in Canada, one of the big items was the Harper Tough on Crime plan. And this week, criticism for this plan came from an unexpected source, the Texas conservatives. In the opinion of their experts, building a lot of prisons is just an easy way to spend billions into thin air. In 3 decades that Texas had one of the highest incarceration rates in the world, together with capital punishment, the crime rate in Texas only fell at half the U.S. national rate. The Texas conservatives are thus urging the Harper conservatives to rethink their tough on crime legislation. With the many provincial elections so far this year, it is possible to see a trend in which the voter turnout keeps dropping. It's 49% in Ontario, the lowest voter turnout in the history of Prince Edward Island, and the Newfoundland-Labrador election also saw the lowest voter turnout in that province's history. One of the solutions for the low turnout rates seems to be electronic voting or internet voting. However, a study done by Statistics Canada after the federal election showed that most people didn't go to this election not because they couldn't go, but because they didn't care. Of course, this survey does not give us all the information, but still I would like to ask you to participate in a discussion here on Leduc Radio on what can be done in order to improve the rates for voter turnout in the next elections. You can contact me through the Leduc Radio phone number. You can find me on Twitter, Blogger, YouTube, and Facebook. I'll be very happy to talk with you and include your thoughts and suggestions into the next shows. And this is it for this week. My name is Artem Medvedev. You're listening to News and Views on Leduc Radio. Have a great day.